Third time's a charm. Third time is a charm. So we are here. I'm Josie, and I'm going to be talking about this device. I have the Diva Cup. I have the large size. And I had used Diva Cup since 2016. And after a few months of learning how to use it, I got to the point where I could use it reliably, have it have a seal, like minimal to no leaking. And now I've had 4 pregnancies, 3 kids, so 1 pregnancy. I miscarried, but all those can affect your cycle. My cycle's been different after each child. And I've gone up in size for the Diva Cup. I never had issues with it being thicker and rigid, but I do think that after the surgery, I cannot get a seal on it. So the type of surgery that I had, the type of condition that I had was a rectocele. It is a form of pelvic organ prolapse where, I'm going to say birth canal, where the birth canal, the tissue at the back of it, that is against your rectum, it gets really loose, weak, stretched out. And so that anytime you have stool building up or gas, instead of going out of your body, when you go to strain, it just goes forwards and it bulges the birth canal out the hole, as opposed to actually getting what needs to go out of the body, you know, out the back. So I got a surgery, and if you can imagine, they took all that loose tissue, so let's say loose tissue, right? And they just removed it. And now I have a big scar though. So because of that big scar, I suspect that's what's causing the issues that I had with my Diva Cup. I didn't used to have issues with sealing. I don't get the pop sound, the pop sensation, and when I go to pull it out, it doesn't tug, it releases on its own. And I don't think it has to do with the way my cycles change. So the first 24 to 48 hours, especially those first 24 hours, I will entirely fill this size within about 3 hours. 4 hours all the way up here. So filling it is like here, overfilling it is, you know, it's all the way up here. It's a mess. And when I go to take it out, but even when it's halfway full, and so it wouldn't seem like it's just overfilling. I don't have that when I go to release it, because it seals around the cervix. And I suspect that's what causes the problems with it leaking. Pros, it's comfortable. My experience with tampons was not very good. And for this, it's a lot better. But the con is it leaks a lot more than it used to. Fortunately, only about so much, and where I need to wear a panty liner and not like a full-on pad, but still frustrating. So I'm still going to probably keep using them, but I originally got one for swimming purposes, and so that I don't have to constantly buy liners. So I might look into getting reusable liners. I'm still pretty happy overall. The leaking is kind of like the last 2 days of spotting at most. But yeah, I think that's something to be mindful of if you are getting back into using things like menstrual cups. I personally think it has to do with the scar tissue. The scar tissue is like all the way up. It is like all the way up. So it is what it is. I rather deal with that and deal with wearing a liner as opposed to the issues that I had that came with rectocele. They were pretty miserable. I am getting close to having my period. I'm like a few days away, and it's just, I mean, part of it could just be hormones getting further away from the last time I was pregnant. Just getting more and more normal coming out of that like postpartum. You know, it's about 2 to 2.5 years for women to like fully recover as much as their body can after birth, besides things that like obviously stretched out tissue, stretched skin. But I'm excited going forward. I think that I will try to see if I can use my flex disc next time, but I don't know if I will this next cycle. So I hope that this was useful or insightful, and if you are also recovering, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for making it this far in the video. If you want to see more updates, they're a little bit less, but I've been making them. They get updated to this playlist that this video is in, which is posterior repair recovery, and subscribe. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.